We welcome everybody to the Mecca of college baseball, the greatest show on dirt, 75-year diamond anniversary here in Omaha, Nebraska. The Father's Day weekend, playing the game that we learned from our fathers and family on a Father's Day weekend. What better place to be than Omaha, Nebraska, as we're getting ready to start the 2025 College World Series. But before that, we have the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association, our wonderful press conference, including the announcement of the 2025 Dick Howser Trophy winner and other winners as well. I'm Howard Borden. We welcome you to Omaha. We are so pleased that you are here. So let's take a look at our batting lineup so far here. Over to my left, Bo Carter, Executive Director of the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. Dave Feaster, Executive Director of the Dick Howser Trophy. And Jana Howser, Dick Howser's a trophy, and the daughter of Dick Howser. Now, we want to introduce in the stands for now Tommy Allison, Vice President of Game Headwear, our presenting sponsor. Also, Mike Montoro, Executive Director of the NCBWA, Russell Luna, and Brent Ingram as well. We are grateful for all of their work. So now we're going to announce our Stopper of the Year. And coming up to present this will be Brett Gleason, University of Arizona Sports Information Director. Welcome back to Omaha, Brett.
Thank you. All right, good morning, everybody. The NCBWA Stopper of the Year honors the nation's top relief pitcher in college baseball. This award has been presented annually since 2005. Notable past recipients who have reached the major leagues include San Diego State's Addison Reed, Texas's Corey Knable, Louisville's Nick Birdie, and Miami's Brian Garcia. Our 2024 winner was Texas A&M's Evan Aschenbach. This year's winner turned in a dominant season from the bullpen. A right-hander from Palatine, Illinois, he went 3-0 with a school record 14 saves in 28 appearances. He led the Big 12 in saves and ranked 4th nationally. With a 1.26 ERA and a 0.82 whip, he limited opponents to a 183 batting average and gave up just 2 extra base hits to the 132 batters he faced all season. He didn't allow a single run in his final 19 2/3 innings of work, a stretch that included 9 hits allowed, 20 strikeouts, and only 5 walks. His impact was crucial in helping Arizona claim its first Big 12 tournament title, where he earned all tournament team honors and then pitched Arizona to its 19th College World Series appearance, with clutch outings in the Chapel Hill Super Regional. He threw 2 1/3 innings on 52 pitches, both career highs, in Game 2 against North Carolina, and then returned the next day to slam the door and earn his 14th save in the Wildcats series-clinching win. Pluta is the 5th player from the Big 12 Conference to receive this prestigious award. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 NCBWA Stopper of the Year, Tony Pluta from the University of Arizona. At this time, please join me in welcoming Tony to the stage to accept his award and share a few remarks. Congratulations, Tony.
Hey, thank you. Here, I'm going to pull up my notes real quick. All right. Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. First of all, I just wanted to thank God for making this day possible and allowing me to play this great game. Next, I would like to thank my parents and my sister for introducing me to the game I love and always supporting me throughout my playing career. You are all the reason that I am standing here today, and I hope I've made you proud. I also want to thank all of my previous coaches for pushing me to achieve my goals and showing me what it takes to play at the next level. And finally, I'd like thank you to the Arizona coaching staff for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to compete at the highest level of college baseball. The past 3 years of my career have been an amazing journey, and if you would have told freshman Tony that he would be the NCBWA Stopper of the Year, I think he would have said you were crazy. I am so thankful to be here today, and I am grateful to the National College Baseball Writers Association for awarding me this honor. Now it's time to keep chasing 5. Bear down, go Cats.
Congratulations to Tony, and thank you very much, Brett, as well, and best of luck while you're here in Omaha.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our next award is a very interesting, prestigious award. Bo Carter, Executive Director of the NCBWA, will make the presentation of our prestigious Russell D. Anderson Wilbur Snip Award. Bo, take it away.
Thank you so much, Howard. Speaking of Palatine, Illinois, Russ Anderson, one of the namesakes, was from Downers Grove, so we got the Chicago area well represented. This year's winner was unable to be here this year. His team got eliminated a little earlier than expected. Craig Way, who's done Texas baseball for over 30 years, one of the most awarded sportscasters in the history of Texas broadcasting, based out of Austin, a good University of North Texas journalism grad and communications grad, was our winner. He'll be recognized later at a University of Texas football game, but this goes in the memory of Russell Anderson, our longtime assistant executive director and president from Conference USA and several other entities, graduate of North Central University, and Wilbur Snip, the founder of the National Collegiate Baseball Writers in 1962 from Ohio State. So congratulations again to Craig Way in absentia, and we will see him at one of the Longhorns' 110,000 fan football games this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bo. We know Craig for his hard work in the community in Texas and Austin, and he's a very professional broadcaster. Now, our next award is new, and this is very exciting. It is the Tony Gwynn Community Service Trophy, and this is a wonderful addition to all of our recognitions. Brent Ingram, our National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association Assistant Executive Director. Great to see you, Brent, and you are going to make the announcement of who are winners of the first Tony Gwynn Community Service Trophy.
Thank you, Howard. We are thrilled to announce this award. It has been something we've worked very hard to get to the finish line for several years, and it really came to fruition this year. The trophy, Tony Gwynn Trophy, is intended to honor an elite college baseball student athlete who has represented the Gwynn family legacy on and off the field. The Gwynn Trophy recognizes the accomplishments of a student athlete and their dedication to community service, academic achievement, and athletic accolades. We had a really great group of nominations and 3 really excellent finalists to choose from. And so with that said, we'd like to honor LSU outfielder Chris Stanfield with the inaugural Tony Gwynn Trophy. Chris, thank you. Congratulations.
I know that Chris will have some words of wisdom for us all, and then I know that LSU head coach Jay Johnson will also come up to the dais and share some thoughts as well. So congratulations, Chris, for being our first winner of the Tony Gwynn Community Service Trophy. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you all for allowing me to be here as well. I'd like to say first, thank you, God, for allowing me to be in this position. Receiving the inaugural Tony Gwynn Award is an incredible honor. This award is more than just performance. It's about academics, community service, impact, and love for the game. To be the first to receive something tied to the Tony Gwynn legacy is truly special, humbling, and something I'll never forget. Mr. Gwynn wasn't just a Hall of Famer. He was a model of consistency, humility, and joy. That's something I try to follow every day. Staying committed in the classroom, giving back to the community, and playing the game as hard as I can every time I step on the field. At LSU, I've been blessed to be surrounded by a lot of amazing people. It starts at the top with Coach Johnson and the staff, my teammates, professors, and advisors. I'm thankful for all their guidance and support. I'd like to thank the selection committee, the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association, for this tremendous honor. I'd like to thank the Gwynn family for establishing this amazing honor for college athletes as well. To my family, y'all are the best, and my rock, thank you for everything. To Tiger Nation, your support means everything as well. To be competing in Omaha for a championship as well and receiving this award is a dream come true. Thank you all for this honor. I will continue to honor the game as Tony did. Again, thank you all.
We welcome head coach Jay Johnson to the dais. Jay, congratulations as well. I know you have some special thoughts on the student-athlete, Chris.
Yeah, thank you for being here, and obviously very proud of Chris and a unique rapport with Tony. As a 12-year-old, he was like one of my favorite baseball players. But then moving forward, having an opportunity to coach against him, and even the year that he passed away, standing and shaking his hand at home plate when he was the head coach at San Diego State and I was the coach at Nevada is something I'll never forget. And the words that Chris spoke about Tony and his legacy, I can't think of a better first recipient than Chris Stanfield, because when I think about Tony, I see a lot of Chris in him, both on the field and more importantly off the field. And to end up here at this place, it takes special people. You obviously have to have talent, and this guy is an electric baseball player that has really transformed our team. But the human being he is exceeds that, and that's how you end up here in Omaha competing for a national championship. And I feel very blessed to have had the opportunity to coach Chris Stanfield.
Thank you very much for those kind words. Again, we congratulate Chris Stanfield from LSU and his head coach, Jay Johnson, our first Tony Gwynn Community Service Trophy winner. Well done, and best of luck while you're here at Alex Box North. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special award. It is our National Coach of the Year Award. Coming up to the dais to present this award is Dave Winder, Sports Information Director with the Murray State Racers. Dave, welcome to Omaha.
Thank you. This is obviously a big time for Murray State University. On behalf of our athletics department, thank you for honoring our coach, Dan Skirka, like this. And you all have blessed me, because this is the second time I've had the privilege of telling Dan he's a coach of the year. The first with the Missouri Valley Conference, and now today. And this is really amazing that that Dan is being honored like this. I really don't have any notes. I didn't prepare anything, but Dan won his 200th game at Murray State this past year in his 7th year. He has been steadily building our program, coming out of the Ohio Valley Conference into the Missouri Valley Conference. And then this year, regular season co-champions, and then Missouri Valley tournament champions. And then here we are, regional, super regional, and now here in the College World Series. So we're all very happy to be here, and very privileged to have our coach, Dan Skirka, receive this award. Gotcha.
Great.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
There we go.
Congratulations.
Sit there.
First, just got to give all the glory to God. This has been an unbelievable journey, and just speechless. So you got to start there with how many blessings we've had as a family and a baseball program. Thank you to everybody on stage. This is such an honor. Mike Martin, a legend, right? A guy I grew up watching on TV, winning games and regionals, and just to be mentioned and to get a trophy with his name on it is I'm just speechless. I really was when Dave called and told me the news and asked for a quote. I couldn't say anything. I really was. I was blown away. So Kelsey, Keegan, thank you. They've been at every game supporting us. 28-degree games, rain, sleet, doesn't matter. They've been there, and to have them on this journey has been spectacular. So thank you both. You guys are awesome. I love you. And our players. I mean, this is a I don't pitch, I don't hit, I don't catch. This is an award that speaks to what they've accomplished this year. I'm very blessed to be called their leader and to be on this journey with them. So again, thank you to everyone. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but this is truly an honor. And again, we are very blessed. Thank you.
Again, Dan, congratulations and best of luck to Murray State here during the tournament. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to reintroduce David Feaster, the executive director of the Dick Hauser Trophy Committee. And by the way, it's the 38th year as the chairman and director. Dave, way to go.
Well, when I started this, I had darker hair. I still didn't have hair, but it was darker. So been doing this a while. And it just is for the love of baseball, the love of college athletics. Little history on our award. The Dick Hauser Trophy was established, as Howard said, in 1988 in St. Petersburg, Florida, by people who had known Dick and had worked with him at FSU. It was shortly after his death, and it was to honor the nation's outstanding baseball player. We've been presenting in Omaha since 1992. The award was first presented, this was first done in '88 at the Governor's Baseball Dinner. And for you young folks, virtually all of spring training was in Florida back in the 50s and 60s, and the commissioner of baseball, both league presidents, and all the owners and key executives would come to St. Petersburg for one blowout dinner. It was very nice. But the dais of Mickey Mantle, Stan Musial, Bob Feller, Yogi Berra, Ozzie Smith, just an unbelievable dais. So it was a fun event, and that's where this started. Also, not that long ago, we're very pleased to be associated with Game Headwear and Tommy Allison, a huge supporter of athletics in general, but in particular college athletics and youth athletics. So we truly enjoy our relationship. A little bit about Dick. Dick was a two-time All-American shortstop at Florida State, and he played 8 years in the major leagues with the A's, Indians, and Yankees. He was a third base coach for the New York Yankees before returning to FSU in 1979 to coach. He managed the Yankees again. You remember who the owner was, so he went back and forth. He managed the Yankees in 1980, and then the Kansas City Royals from 1981 until his death in '87. And as any Royals fan knows, his '85 Royals won the World Series. What do? The Dick Hauser Trophy honors the nation's best collegiate baseball player who demonstrates Dick Hauser's many outstanding qualities. Obviously, baseball performance, but we also look at leadership on and off the field, moral character, and courage. We're very proud that we not only look at performance on the field, but also the student athlete. That is what all of this is about, is the student athlete. And we're also very proud, a big part of our efforts to promote college baseball. So we do an on-campus presentation and it's usually very well received by the coach that they get to go sit in front of 80 or 90,000 people at Doak Campbell. And it gets to highlight college baseball. Since 1999, we've been associated with the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association. And ironically, the trophy was introduced to the baseball writers by Florida State's baseball SID, a guy named Amy Farnham. So FSU's all over this event today. The trophy, how we met, and an FSU winner. And one of the things we're most proud of is the integrity of our selection process. Bo will go into that, but they really know how to pick players. And what I like, this isn't one person in a cubicle picking the winner. These are 400, 500, 600 voters are seeing the players all over the country. To me, that gives the award integrity. And this award is the best college player in the country. We're not necessarily picking the best pro prospect. This award is to honor college athletics who had the best year that year. So, previous winners, Howard's touched on it. One of our early ones, Jason Varitek, switch-hitting catcher from Georgia Tech, Mark Tashura, Boston and New York Yankees, respectively. Todd Helton, which was mentioned. Tennessee, Colorado. Steven Strasburg, San Diego State, Washington. Buster Posey, good FSU player of the Giants. J.D. Drew of Florida State, of one of Mike Martin's 2,000 wins. David Price, who was a Ray and a Dodger. But more importantly, Vanderbilt, Andrew Benintendi and Brady Singer of Kansas City. But more importantly, Arkansas and Florida. I could go on and on. I know the locals, Howard in particular. Nebraska had a winner, Alex Gordon, who played with the Royals. I think that was our largest attendance ever. When somebody from the University of Nebraska wins here, we do get a full house. And obviously one of the most prominent, Paul Skeens, who is just tearing it up. They know how to pick talent, and it's a great relationship. We appreciate Mike Montoro, Bo Carter, the late Russ Anderson, who was integral in this. And now, Russell, we love to have you here. So that's us. That's the history of the award. Now I want Bo to talk to you a little bit about the selection process.
Thank you, David. And again, we appreciate so much the great work of David Feaster, St. Petersburg area people, and especially Tommy Allison, who will be on here in just a moment. The Hauser Trophy briefly is about a three-step process. It starts fall, early winter with the NCBWA preseason All-America team. Then 2 ballots follow with voting coming down for like the top 15, and then the 4 finalists this year, and very wonderful finalist class this year. Rock Chalowski of UCLA, Lime Doyle, the Tennessee ace, of course, our winner, Alex Lodise, and easier to say, Haloy from Arkansas, one of the Hawaiian pioneers over there for the Razorbacks. But just a wonderful group. And all 3 of the position players are shortstops. Must be something in the air this year. But anyway, it is a great, as David mentioned, 550 voters on this. And we want to thank Mike Montoro and Russell Luna for their great work on this as far as compiling the votes and getting the word out. But it's just a wonderful honor to work with David and Jana and all the people that are such an integral part of this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Bo. Tommy Allison has joined us on the dais. And Tommy, welcome back to Omaha. We're grateful the association between the game headwear and the Dick Hauser Trophy Award. And I know you always share some remarks about this relationship and the prestigious award here in Omaha. Welcome back.
Thank you, Howard. First of all, honored as always to be a part of this, to be part of such a prestigious and special award. and not just as a company, it's turned into a personal relationship. It started over 20 years ago with Gene Stevenson. Gene led that relationship back to Jana, and the personal relationship that we've developed over the last 10 years has been really, really special. And again, to have our name associated with such a tremendous award and the players that have won it, it's been really special for our company. But I'd like to, they've had their names called a few times. I'd like to have a special thank you and shout out again to Mike and Russell and Bo. The effort that these guys put in from week one of this season. You know, they don't just look at the stats at the end of the season and go pick a winner. This is week one all the way through the end. They spend tireless amounts of effort in making sure they get the right player. And, you know, no doubt again, that was done again this year. My favorite part of my trip to Omaha is the dinner that we share with the family, with the coach. We all kind of enjoy and share our stories and can really relate to the families and the hours on the road, the hours in the cars, the hotel stays, you know, from Little League on up through the journeys. And to even think, you know, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, that you'd be sitting here today with your son about to receive this special award, I can only imagine the feeling. It's special. Coach, you know, the tireless efforts that you guys put in and to see the reward at the end for one of your players, I know that's special in your eyes as well. So with all that being said, on behalf of all of our employees at the game, Alex, I'd like to congratulate you. I'd like to congratulate your family on an outstanding season. You represent everything this award stands for, everything our company stands for. We wish you nothing but the best and great success moving forward. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Tommy Allison. Jana Hauser has been a wonderful, magic and mysterious baseball force with this. It is so heartfelt to introduce her again, Dick Hauser's daughter, for the presentation on behalf of her sister, Jill, their family, and their father, Dick Hauser, on the 38th trophy. And always great to see you, Jana, in Omaha.
Thank you very much, Howard, and thank you all so very much for being here. A few quick thank yous from me as well. First, to Tommy Allison, the Game Headwear, as a presenting sponsor. Our philosophies, obviously, with a long relationship now, we just so enjoy their involvement. And as we get to this period of time, we're also excited, as Tommy so eloquently said. I'd like to thank, at the NCAA, please, Anthony Holman, Jeff Williams, and Jen Rogers. I'd like to thank also the NCBWA for the administration, the excellent administration of everything you do throughout the year that renders such a deserving winner. And so what a day to wake up to this year. Major League Baseball, Commissioner Manfred, and the MLB Network and media. I'd like to then also welcome and thank Mr. and Mrs. Michael Alford, of the Director of Athletics at Florida State University, who's with us here today, and he of the NCAA Baseball Committee as well. Thank you for being with us. I'd like to acknowledge that my husband, Coach Gene Stevenson, is in the room, and for his support with all this, too, because it's just wonderful for him to always be such a wonderful part. And then I'd like to go to head coach and the unique distinction, head coach at his own alma mater of Florida State University, Coach Link Jarrett, to get to the point where we know who the winner is privately, begin to make the plans that we make, the honor of being able to convey that to you as well as our Director of Athletics is such an honor, and those are moments that I never, ever, ever forget. And I want to tell you that obviously remembering how you play baseball, watching how you coach the game of baseball, and now to be able to congratulate also another Florida State University Seminole in Alex Lodise is just, it's always special, but it's very, very special to do that together with you all. So I'd also like to congratulate Bill and Cindy Lodise, and thank you so very much for being here as well. And then acknowledge, and before we ask Alex to come up to the stage, to acknowledge that in the identification process, in the voting process. Those 4 cornerstones that David Feaster discussed are, in addition to outstanding baseball, to watch the character unfold and their leadership qualities of the person that receives this award. And what a wonderful journey this year has been watching you, Alex. So before we go any further, we're going to show a brief video, and then we'll ask he and Coach to come up. And I'll scoot to the side.
You don't gotta put your cup down.
Lodise to the backside, struck well, gone!
Baby, you should enjoy yourself.
Ground ball, bouncer over to Lodise. He's gonna add it here, and he gets the lavalier. What an acrobatic throw!
Lodise in the air, fly ball, right field. The ball is out of here. A long ball and slam.
Baby, you should enjoy yourself. Boy, stuff need no help. Look, they. So what? So you should enjoy yourself. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so once again, now we'd like to welcome the 2025 winner of the Dick Hauser Trophy, the 38th recipient of the award, Alex Lodise from Florida State University. Congratulations, Alex. Come on. I'd like to step over to the lead, please. Seats. There you go. Thank you, Tom.
Wow, this is a huge honor to win this award, and I just want to start by saying thank you to the Hauser family. You guys have been awesome through this entire thing, and I couldn't thank you guys enough for this and everything you guys do for us. And I want to thank the baseball writers for everything you guys do. I want to thank Tommy Allison. You've been great through these past 2 days, and it's been awesome talking to you. I want to thank my parents. You guys have been through everything with me. All those days in the cage, all those long hours, long nights, car rides, everything. It all panned out, and I couldn't thank you guys enough for everything you guys do. I want to thank my brother. He's the reason I got into baseball. Watching him play as a young boy, that's what really made me want to play and get into it, and I couldn't thank him enough for everything he's done for me. I want to thank my coach. I would not be here if it wasn't for you. I will firmly believe that, and you completely changed how I play baseball and the way I play, and you completely changed the way my career has gone, and I can't say enough good things about you and thank you enough. I want to thank Alford, and you guys have been amazing to me this entire year. All the Leadership Academy stuff, all of that stuff, those nights and at your house and all the cookies you bake for us, those things are amazing. Every time you'd bring us the tub, they'd be gone in a day. It's just, you guys do so much for baseball, and it's so amazing, and there's so many good things to say about you guys, and it's just awesome to be able to be here for you guys. And then my teammates, they've been with me through everything. I couldn't be here if it wasn't for them either. They keep me in check. They keep me on the right path and in line, and it was a great opportunity playing with those guys, and it was so fun the past 2 years and all the guys I've met, and it was just amazing. Thank you, guys.
We're very grateful for our recipient. We would like to introduce the Florida State baseball coach, Link Jarrett, and have him come to the dais and share his thoughts about his student athlete that just won the 2025 Dick Hauser Award. Welcome back, Coach.
Heisman Trophy winner.
Amen. Amen.
I want to thank Jana and the committee for the hospitality and promotion of college baseball. I think what you're going to see, and I was up here last year in press conferences after games, I feel like the game has never been played at a higher level, and the publicity and the visibility and the talent has put this in an echelon that I'm not sure we would have realized we could get to. And there's more, but you're clearly a part of that. And Tommy, thank you very much. I remember it was 2010, and somebody came in the Auburn baseball office when I was an assistant, and they said, hey, Tommy Allison at the game, the Hats, would love for you guys to come over to the headquarters. I said, I'll drive, because it was great. So this goes way back, and thank you for your support of the award and for an individual like that to win it. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your support of this. Thank you, guys. I'm honored to attend this with Alex. He's an amazing individual, and I'll get into some of the baseball stuff. But the Dick Hauser Trophy, and our stadium is Dick Hauser Stadium, Mike Martin Field. I'm blessed to walk in there every day. And when I walk into people, let's take the player out of it, people like Alex and the other guys we have in our program, it makes my job truly a blessing. And sometimes I'll walk in and you look at the names and you wonder, is this real every day? And it is. And to have the opportunity to recruit and coach a player like that, you can't dream that it would happen. This is the best offensive and defensive season I've ever seen. I've coached 5 conference players of the year in 4 different conferences. You can probably name those conferences. This is the best all-around season I've ever seen a player have. We look at offensive statistics, and they're plain and obvious. When you hit 400 with that many extra base hits, the power from the right field foul pole to the left field foul pole, center field, the distribution of the 20 home runs was probably pretty symmetrical if you look at it. The batting average, the defense in every direction. We're not able to quantify in college baseball yet how well somebody defends. That's coming, but that technology that exists in the major leagues isn't in every one of our stadiums. The range, the plays in the 6-hole, up the middle, catching pop-ups in left field, the slow roller play. I've never seen a shortstop cue in and learn how to make those plays with consistency. You can look at fielding percentage, and his is phenomenal, but it's the other parts of how he played the game that stood out defensively to me. Savviness, game clock, understanding when he needed to get on the gas pedal a little bit, when he had time, and that makes you more efficient as an infielder, and he checks every one of those boxes. Billy and Cindy, congratulations to you. I had a hand in this, but this starts with you at home. The pillars on that trophy, that's in your home, and you put Alex and his brother in the right position to be successful in life and represent what is on that trophy. I got the back end of that, but your time and effort and how you carried him through was a separator. It really was. I'm glad I could participate in some capacity in this, to get the phone call from you, to think of this award is the Heisman Trophy of college baseball, and somebody that was in our program won that, and I happened to be there for it. It stopped me in my tracks. And this entire sequence leading up to this, and last night, the dinner, amazing. To think that in 1991, Coach Gene Stevenson and I were sitting in that little barn to start the 91 College World Series, and I was a freshman shortstop, and beside me were the Wichita State Shockers, and I didn't know what I'd gotten myself into, and we had a steak, and to think last night I got to sit there with you in 2025 and have a steak, to think that that's how things work, it's amazing, Coach, and that was an honor just to have a few hours with you last night. And I look back to how that started in my 3 trips playing here. You were here for at least 2 of the 3, maybe all 3. So I wanted to recognize you. But again, to the committee and to Jana, this means a world to me, and I'm honored to have participated in Alex's growth.
Congratulations to the Florida State family and Link Jarrett. This completes our press conference, and we want to thank everybody for attending. We hope you have a great time here in Omaha, the Father's Day weekend, and attending the games. We want to, again, thank the Dick Hauser Trophy Committee, the NCBWA, the Vice President Championships, Anthony Holman, Jeff Williams, Jen Rogers, and Phil Pierce that helped put this together. Greg Seitz, MLB Network Coordination, Adam Helfgott, our National Collegiate Baseball Writers Board of Directors, Florida State Department of Athletics, Director of Athletics Michael Alford, Coach Link Jarrett, Sports Information Director Charlie Healy, Tommy Allison, again, Game Headwear, again to Billy and Cindy Lodise, congratulations to you. And to our 2025 Dick Hauser winner, the 38th annual Alex Lodise, you're going to have a great career on and off the field. It was great visiting with you last night. Best of luck to you. Everybody, thank you for starting your day here with us as we get ready to launch the games at 1 o'clock. Be well and be safe, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.